My author copy of my debut cozy fantasy novel just arrived. But there's no time to slow down because I am starting my next writing adventure with book number 2 next month. Welcome to the Preptober Diaries, episode 4. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Melanie Steele and I write all things cozy, and my debut cozy fantasy novel, The Lunar Quartz Library, is out this Thursday, the 30th of October, and I've got my author proof here to show you all. So I did a cover reveal a couple of vlogs back, but just seeing an image on the screen, it's not quite the same, is it? It's not as exciting as seeing it on, say, the actual book. I was so happy when this arrived. For one, Amazon said it would not turn up until release day. I was like, no, this will not do, Amazon. This will not do. Fortunately, it only took like 2 days in the end, so it got here in plenty of time for me to admire it in person. It's kind of crazy to think that I wrote this. Obviously, it's not the first book I've ever written. I have 4 non-fiction titles, but this is definitely the kind of longest, chunkiest book that I have written, and also it's my first fiction title. And it was it's a real moment just holding it right here in my hands. I decided that we should bring back book numbering. I hate the fact that series nowadays just don't have numbers on them and you're just expected to remember which title is first, second, third, so on and so forth. So I decided to bring back the numbering, and my cover artist agreed with me. But just look at this, the detail, like the window, the kind of all the artwork and everything. It's just giving magical library, isn't it? It's so good. And on the back, you can kind of see some of the details of the kind of crystal overlay that has been put onto this cover as well. But it's just, for anyone that has ever self-published or even traditionally published their own novel, getting that real copy in your hands is everything, and it has made me even more excited for Thursday. So yes, if you are a regular here, you'll notice that things look a little bit different behind me. I picked up these very inexpensive fairy lights from Amazon, which also came with the the book, the author copy. I just thought it would jazz things up a bit, add a bit of coziness, because as you can see, the wall here is just very white and it has a whiteboard, and when I'm filming it just feels kind of boring and like all the fun is over here with the wallpaper, but it makes no sense for me to film vlogs there. That's what I use for my kind of Tuesday topic videos. But you'll also see the sewing machine is out. You probably remember a while back I talked about wanting to take up quilting, and I had a sewing machine but I needed to dig it out. The sewing machine I found quickly. The foot pedal and the power cord were another thing entirely. It took me, I think, several weeks to find them. I don't know how they got so separated at all. I mean, it's been put away for years, but I've no idea how these things that go together ended up in completely different places. This little desk I've had for a while. This used to be a guest bedroom, but after the pandemic I realised that it just wasn't getting any use, that we don't really have people come and stay often enough to devote this whole room to that purpose. It was kind of a similar time that I was starting to write my first non-fiction, so this just got changed up into my office. So we'd had this table here so that if we had guests, they had somewhere to like sit things down or put a computer. We also just kept like various bits and bobs in the desk drawer. This got put into my husband's office when we set this up because I didn't really need it, because obviously I have a big table here for my monitor, my laptop, etc. but I didn't want to have to clear this off every time I wanted to do some sewing. So here we are. It's not the biggest desk, like it's small, but it will have to do. We do have a kind of fold out table downstairs that I could utilize, particularly if I'm making a full-size quilt. I may need the surface area, but this will do for now. I've been busy uploading a Tuesday topic video about doing a personal curriculum, and in that video I'm talking about taking up sewing and quilting specifically. So if you haven't already, you can go watch that one, because by the time you watch this, that one will be up for you to check out. So this is the last episode of the Preptober Diaries. This series has done really well. I was surprised. I had this idea to start doing series on my channel rather than just kind of random standalone vlogs, and it's paid off. So thank you to each and every one of you that has been watching these episodes. It's done better than I thought, and I'm very grateful for that as someone who is a teeny tiny YouTuber trying to grow their channel. All views and subscribers are much appreciated. So last week of Preptober, what are we focusing on? I have almost everything done. I've even got I would say more than the beginnings of, I've got a really good outline that I have been working on. The only thing with this outline, I haven't added in all the kind of subplots and the little threads from book number 1, which I need to basically continue to address or resolve, or at least mention in book 2, or else it would just feel very unfinished. So I have the story, but I need to weave in those threads so that it feels whole and complete. And basically we kind of build on things with each and every book, as is the way when we're writing a series. But yeah, I have an outline of all 27 chapters. And what I do need to do, however, is update the rough draft challenge planner. Let me get that. Here we go. I need to fill this in, which is what I'm going to do in just a minute or so that I have a kind of copy to hand that I can reference. That is a long one, by the way. There is lots of space to do there. And then I can actually move into the November portion of this book. Scrolling on, not even scrolling, is it? Flipping through. The planner actually starts these few days of October, but I'm not bothering until November 1st. But there we go. So once I have filled in the outline in here, I'm happy with everything. And I'm just going to leave this open on this page so that November 1st, this Saturday coming, I probably won't get a lot of writing done on the Saturday, but I'm going to make a good start. Monday for me is always the start of the week. That's when it's really going to kick off for me, basically, to start writing in full. The kind of idea for a series for these vlogs is going to continue, and November is going to be the Rough Draft Challenge Diaries, and much like I've done here with the Preptober Diaries, we'll be covering different aspects, as well as showing you where I'm at with my word count and whether I'm kind of on track to reach the tier that I'm going for. Just everything else that's going on. Probably me getting a bit stressed about getting all of this down, about the story, about getting back into writing consistently when I have mostly been doing everything for the release this month, as well as prepping. I haven't really written anything, so kind of getting back into that is probably going to be a good portion of the November writing challenge as well. So let's get into this outline. Let me have it here to hand so that I don't have to look at a screen and click out a Scrivener. I can just look, type and go. Let's go do that. is all done and written down, just so that, as I said, I don't have to refer to a separate document on the screen. And I just find that writing things by hand helps to solidify them in my mind. I think I am as prepared as I can be to start writing this story, more so Monday than Saturday. So the next kind of segment I am saving for release day, because I thought it'd be really fun. Obviously, release day is also my upload day, but I'm sure I can get this entire vlog together on the day and get it uploaded, fingers crossed, just so I can, you know, share some footage of release day and all the fun things that go along with that. This weekend is obviously Halloween, specifically Friday. Friday, Halloween also means it is my wedding anniversary. 5 years this year. We got married back in 2020. Yes, it was lockdown and that meant we could only have a very small wedding, 15 people, including ourselves, the registrar and the registrar's assistant. So teeny tiny wedding, but it was fantastic. Best day, would not change it for a thing. Instead of gifts for our wedding anniversary, we always go somewhere and do something. We just prefer to do that. Gifts are really something we only do at Christmas. For birthdays, anniversaries, we just prefer to go places, do things. That's just more in line with us. We like experiences over things, except at Christmas, because, you know, got to have some things to open, or else that's kind of sad. To me personally, maybe you do something different entirely. So Friday we will be out and about. I will probably get some footage to share because I'm hoping there will be some fun Halloween things going on. Here in the UK it's half term. It is the kind of mid-term break, as the thing suggests, for my friends who are not British, thinking one earth is half term. It's a week off that all the children get before they go back to school and then break up for Christmas. This generally means things are busy, there are more visitor attractions, but I knew this when I picked the wedding date, that it would always be half term and there would always be families out doing things, so it's absolutely fine. It's a big place that we're going to, so I'm not worried about it being super busy or anything. It's new to both of us. It's in Buckinghamshire, but it is further away in the county than where we are, so it's maybe an hour's journey or so. We have driven past it on our way to other things and just never went in. So yeah, we are both looking forward to seeing what is beyond the fancy gates that are at the entrance, and just generally having a nice day out. I think I'm going to wear my lovely baby blue Hobbs coat, kind of perfect for that in between weather of it's not super cold, but also I don't really want to go outside without some sort of coat on at this time of year now. So those are our plans for Friday, and I'm going to end this segment of the vlog here, and then we will join me on Thursday on release day and see what's happening then. Good morning. It is Thursday and it is release day. I am basically having a very cozy day at home. I set everything up in advance to go, all my social media posts, obviously listings for books. It's all been done, it's all been set up so I can just relax. The only thing that I am going to do is to basically share posts on my personal social media with my friends and family. I do have friends and family that genuinely like my books, so it's absolutely fine. I think one of the things when you're starting out as an indie author, particularly your first book, you'll want to share it with your family and friends, and some of them will buy it, you know, because they're interested. A lot will buy it because they, well, not pity you, that's not what I want to say, but they'll buy it because they want to support you and they kind of feel obliged to, but it's probably not something that they would buy if you had not written it. But yeah, I do have people that genuinely like my books that are my family and friends, so I will always kind of put a post up on my personal feed. But generally speaking, if you're an indie author, never rely on your friends and family to buy all your books or even to share everything. I mean, you're likely to have like one or two that are enthusiastically behind you, but have a proper marketing plan in place so that your reach extends beyond friends and family. As you can see, I've had a very gentle, slow morning. I made pancakes because why not? It's release day. I thought, let's do something a bit cozier, a bit more nice than just basic cereal or toast. I was catching up on Sarah Cannon's Spooktacular. Yesterday was the 15th anniversary of her first book, Shadow Demons, and she had a coffee chat just talking about, you know, how she got into indie publishing and the success that she's had, because obviously now she's made like millions of dollars as an indie author selling her books. She's just someone that I really enjoy following, both for her kind of writing advice, but also just her Sarah Cannon channel where she's talking about things that are kind of spooky and witchy, which is very much her brand with her books. So yeah, she's just someone that I enjoy watching here on YouTube. And I was just kind of catching up because I hadn't had a chance to watch that one yet. But the rest of the day, I'm essentially just going to take it very easy and just catch up on things that I've been meaning to watch, books I've been meaning to read. Because tomorrow's Halloween, I've got my Halloween Town University jumper on. Halloween Town is a Disney Channel original movie from the 90s, if you're not familiar with it. I watch it every Halloween because I tend to lean towards things that are more spoopy, i.e. cute and spooky, more than things like Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis from the 70s. Great film. You should watch it if you haven't watched it, but not something I watch as regular as things that are a bit more Disney and Hallmark. So I'm going to go watch that because I can't believe tomorrow's Halloween and I've watched so few kind of Halloween, autumn, fall movies because I've just been so busy doing all of this. So now it's all done, I'm just gonna relax and watch those and get the picnic food ready for tomorrow. Yes, it is October, but we are still bringing our own food when we go out for the day. Vegetarian options in these places tend to be terrible because I'm kind of picky eater and also expensive. Whenever we go somewhere, as long as it's somewhere that's not like too far away from home or anything, we just tend to bring our own food. So I will be prepping some bits and bobs just so that they are good to go in the morning. But yeah, I am going to end this vlog here. I just wanted to put in a few minutes of footage just so that, you know, I could share it for release day, my reaction. I've already had some lovely reviews over on Instagram, which I've shared to my story, and people are being very excited to get the book. Obviously, sales figures is absolutely not going to be a thing today. For one, they don't show immediately, never have, never will, never do. And, you know, it's the first day. This is going to be like a slow and steady thing. We're not going to sell 1 million copies in a day. That's silly. So I don't bother with any of that until like several days in. And even then, it's, you know, it's not the be all and end all. It's just going to be a nice, slow, steady thing. And obviously, the more books you write, generally, you're going to make more money and more sales. The money's in the series. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. If you haven't already, you can of course now buy a copy of the Lunar Quartz Library. The link is in my channel description and I will pop it in the description down below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.